The New Frontier was the nickname for JFK's plan for America. He wanted to explore new frontiers in science, technology, and uh, in domestic policy. Cannot think of the word. But JFK had a lot of plans and wanted to change many things in America, but he had difficulty passing those plans through Congress. And in part, that's because of his election. JFK won by a slim margin, so he lacked a popular mandate, which means that there's a clear indication to people on both sides of the aisle that voters approved of his plans. Since he had a slim margin of victory, that did not incentivize senators and congressmen and women from different political parties to work with him. But he did achieve some goals, and one of his goals was tackling the economy. In 1960, there was a recession, and so he increased deficit spending, which was the same thing FDR used to help get America out of the Great Depression. That's more government spending and lower taxes. And the government spending is more money than they take in, but the goal is to stimulate the economy. He raised minimum wage and he increased defense spending and he created programs to help the poor and unemployed. He also wanted to address poverty abroad, and so he created the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps is a volunteer program to aid developing nations, and it became a great success and it's still around today. He also created the Alliance for Progress, which is economic assistance and technical assistance to Latin American countries, and he tried to promote democracy and stop communist influence. That was more of a mixed result. Poverty and civil rights at home. The book The Other America really opened Americans' eyes to the problems facing the poor. And the civil rights movement started to flourish during this era. Throughout the South, demonstrators protested racial injustices and violence. And we'll read more and learn more about the civil rights movement in the next chapter. And JFK began to fight poverty and to investigate racial injustice in the South. And by 1963, he proposed a broad civil rights bill to Congress. Another area of the new frontier was the space race. So in April of 1961, the Soviets got the first man to space. And then quickly following a month later, we sent our own man to space. JFK had promised to put a man on the moon, and by July of 1969, that was accomplished. But the space race led to university science programs growing exponentially. Huge federal funding for research and development gave rise to new industries and many new technologies. And this was used not only for science, but also in business, industry, and for new consumer goods. Southern and Western states in particular saw a really big advantage from the space race funding because they saw science and defense related industries really start to spring up in their states. Now, tragedy in Dallas. So we know that President JFK was assassinated, and that occurred at the very end of 1963 in Dallas, Texas. His wife and the governor of Texas and his wife were riding in a limo when JFK was shot in the head and killed. The vice president, Lyndon Johnson, becomes the president. Lee Harvey Oswald was charged with murder. He was an ex-Marine, spent time in the Soviet Union, and supported Fidel Castro. As Oswald was being transferred to prison, Jack Ruby, a nightclub owner, shot and killed Oswald, and this all was captured on live national television. Oswald. There's been lingering unanswered questions surrounding the assassination of JFK. The chain of events led some to wonder, was Oswald part of a larger conspiracy? There's been hundreds of things thrown out. If you just research JFK assassination, there's so many different theories as to who was behind it, what actually happened. And so in 1963, they had the Warren Commission. This was a government committee created to investigate, and they concluded that Oswald acted alone. However, in 1979, a reinvestigation concluded that Oswald was part of a conspiracy and that two people may have fired at the president. Numerous other people have investigated it, and there's a wide range of explanations. And like I said, it's still not really solved today. But then next, we will be heading into looking at Lyndon Johnson, I cannot talk, sorry, his presidency, his war against poverty and the civil rights era. So thank you for watching.